Nancy, Illinois, you're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Once again, Mr. Wilkow, I don't know where to begin with you. I am a 50-year-old woman who opted not to have children. I have just had...
And as long as you're happy doing that, I'm not telling you how to live your life.
But why do you suggest that women biologically can only naturally end up unhappy? Why would you even suggest that? And I completely concur, by the way, with what the earlier caller said. When you get women around a table, I will never forget the first time my first friend who had a college-age child graduate, and I looked at her and I said, would you do it all over again? And she paused way too long, and I said, what does that mean? And she said, you know, for so many of us, we really don't even think about it. You just kind of fall into lockstep.
Well, if nobody had children, there would be no people. If your mother thought that way and sought to be childless, you wouldn't be here.
I understand that. But why would you suggest that for some people the choice is not correct, and that the end is...
Whether or not I suggest it, I make no moves to control it. My simple opinion, based on the post-feminists, some post-feminists who have left the feminist circle and said they now regret it, is where I'm basing my thinking. But again, my opinion is not affecting your life. I'm not seeking to tell you how to live your life or using any powers of government to force you to live your life. I'm not Barack Obama, who says that my life exists to support someone else's means to an end.
I have such a difficult time following you. Anyway, you issued just...
Well, Nancy, I'll explain it to you. Nancy, I'll explain it to you. My opinions on culture and life are, in the grand scheme of things, with regard to your life, irrelevant. I believe you are free to live your life any way you see fit. You are free to have no children, or like the Dugars, have 18 children. You are free to live your life. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. My opinion on post-feminism, my opinion on whether or not a woman's natural maternal instinct provides happiness or sadness is irrelevant. I don't seek to put you in shackles. As far as my... Hold on. As far as my own wife, I asked her to marry me. She could have said no. I had no means to make a claim on her life and make her my wife. I didn't club her over the head and drag her back to my cave. I said, will you marry me? She said yes. So there is an agreement there that we agreed to get married. As far as what I see from Barack Obama, Saul Alinsky, and the majority of left-wing activists, they are telling me that my life is to serve a purpose as defined by them, that I come to work every day to provide revenue to a government to redistribute for its purposes. By essence of them viewing my wealth, my property, my income, my talents, and my labor as partial property of them for their purposes, they are making claims on my life. I, Nancy, make no claims on your life.
Except when it comes to my right to choose whether I want to be pregnant or not. Now, why don't
you don't have to get pregnant. You are free to take a pill and never get pregnant.
But let's say that I do. I notice that you all have a...
I am pro-life. Yes, I am pro-life. I don't believe it is... you can desire an abortion, but just as... Do you think it would be legal for a physician to cut off someone's leg voluntarily for no good reason?
Do I think it would...
If you were a doctor, Nancy, would it be legal... Nancy, would it be legal for me to come into your medical... What? I can't hear her.
Wait.
Nancy, if I came to you as a doctor and said, I want you to cut my leg off, would you do it?
Yes.
You would? You just...
If your doctor came to you and said, I'm forcing you to have a vasectomy, would you do it?
No.
Why? Isn't your reproduction...
But that you don't put any value, Nancy. You don't put any value on life. I can't argue with that. You put no value on life.
You're not. I'm sorry. We're not even. This is not the same argument.
It is.
It's a completely inappropriate.
Did you ever, Nancy? Did you notice that you did exactly what every liberal does? The only argument Nancy, be quiet for a second. The only thing that you have on me as a conservative is the abortion issue. You cannot make any case about. Okay, so
all day?
Don't mention abortion. Tell me how I'm telling you how to live your life as a conservative.
How you're telling. Well, first of all, the most shocking thing, and of course this doesn't actually affect my daily life, is it's horrifying to me to hear you forecast what you think is going to happen in this country. All of the conservatives...
Again, it's a radio program, Nancy. Tell me where I've made claims on your life.
Well, you know what? It is so difficult to follow. You've made a claim on my life by suggesting that by not having children...
That's a suggestion. Nancy, you're misfiring here, okay? My suggestion...
Why don't we get back to my analogy? If your doctor told you you could no
Because that is apples and oranges. You're a waste of time. I got to let you go. Goodbye. The only thing that you've got is abortion, okay? You're a waste of my time. You don't have the intellect. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to insult you. I'm not going to do the whole, you don't have the intellectual capacity. These people are on program. They only know that they believe they've been controlled because of the abortion issue, and that's all they got. And my mere suggestion that she'll be unhappy later in life is of making a claim. Nancy, making a claim on your life is to take something from you. By suggesting you won't be happy without children, I am not taking anything from you. These people do not understand. While they preach individual rights, the only individual right that people like Nancy support is gay marriage and or abortion. But have no problem with someone like Barack Obama saying to certain groups of people, your life exists to provide means to an end for another. If you believe in individual freedom and individual rights, then you don't create a situation where a person lives at the expense of another. The fact that somebody's been disenfranchised or hasn't gotten a pony for Christmas or whatever it is does not empower the government to lay claim to the life of a citizen in the name of another citizen. It doesn't. I'm too good at this. I don't mean to be arrogant. I keep saying that. But these people simply don't understand. They do not have the rational ability, the ability to ration, to be rational. They see poverty and they say rich, poor, take from rich, give to poor. Oh, I believe in individual rights because this is what these generational figures have done as far as influence. Marx, Wilson, Roosevelt, Alinsky, now Obama. They have distorted and transmogrified language so much so to the point that these people are using words without understanding their meaning or definition. They are in the sense of Brick Tamlin, making noises. It's never a dull moment here at the Wilkow Majority. Third hour next. We're right, they're wrong. End of story. XM America Right 166, Sirius Patriot 144.